Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're looking for financial freedom via growth, then oh boy, this is the day for you. Now, when we're trying to do something like this, financial freedom through growth, there's an easy way and there's a hard way, right? There are two ways to get there. And the hard way, unfortunately, is hard, right? You either have to absolutely break your eyeballs, break your brain, reading financial reports from sun up to sundown like Warren Buffett. I mean, if that's your thing, but that's what it takes. Or online news, message boards, Reddit, Bloomberg, reading all day long, being barraged by the latest headlines and then staying on top of them 24/7. Or you could read various filings, insider buys, reports by the company, blah, 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 any of that. Or you can watch hundreds of hours of videos. You can find someone that you think you trust and then watch hundreds of hours of videos and trying to stay on top of things and trying to get the latest trends. In doing so, you have to create a story that's unassailable, that you can explain to yourself or family members or anyone else to try to make it okay that you stay in or even buy this stock in the first place. Or you could understand numbers that other people don't understand. Many times there's numbers in a specific sector that aren't typical for anything else, and yet it's typical for this one, so you have to know it. Or you can be a master of hidden trends, trends that are coming that no one knows about, right? Quantum computing, whatever. That's the hard way. I mean, that's not easy, and that's a lot. And that's not even the hardest part. After you do all that, after you put in all of that hard work, you then have to watch your investment like crazy, like a hawk, like it's your most prized possession, because it might be, because disaster awaits. You could have done all that work with Peloton, the hidden trends, COVID, and you could have picked it beautifully. And there's your growth and there's your financial freedom. And then you didn't watch it like a hawk, and now it's nothing, right? After all that work, here's the result. If you don't have an exit plan, right? That particular stock could go bye-bye, or at least way down and stay there. Of course, there's another way. There's the easy way. And that easy way comes in the form of leverage. And that gets people absolutely crazy. And I understand that. But throw away your emotional response and understand that leverage is a way to get way more out of exactly the same amount of market movement. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're going to be in the market and you're going to get a move from A to B, why not get more bang for your buck, right? Not trying to pick a special stock that does its own movement. I'm saying if you're going to be in the market, why not make more for your trouble? For example, here's SPY since 2025. It's up about 21%. Okay, we did nothing, right? It's the S&P 500. We did nothing. We bought, and there you go. Okay. Now let's also do nothing. It's the S&P 500. I didn't do a darn thing. Didn't read a financial report. I just took this movement and wanted more. And guess what? I got it. 39%. That's a lot more. Almost double, right? Pretty crazy. Same amount of work, same market, same movement, more payoff. Easy, right? So why not is the question. Why not is the reason I'm making this video. It's the exact same movement, except one is leveraged and one isn't. One person ends up with a lot of money, another person doesn't have as much money. Makes sense? I mean, compelling argument, yes? So I track a lot of stuff, but I started tracking a diversified, and I use that in quotes because I didn't try to diversify. I just found a bunch of wide-ranging ETFs that were leveraged, and that could be a sector, a huge sector, could be an entire S&P 500 like we just saw, and I just found the ones that I liked. And this was, again, I think a couple years ago, okay? It's been a while. And I just put a basket of leveraged ETFs, and I put it on my tracking sheets, and then I just forget about it, like I do for the dozens and dozens and dozens of portfolios that I track. Now for this one though, I didn't start looking at it back in 2018. It was a couple of years ago, 2023, maybe, I don't remember exactly when I started. But I took it back to 2018 because I wanted 2 bear markets, right? Because everyone's afraid of leverage, so I wanted this basket to go back to 2018. Remember, this is not financial advice. Do not use or risk any money you cannot afford to lose. This is for education, entertainment purposes only, okay? So here's what I started tracking a long time ago. USD, which is semiconductors. Then you've got the Direxion Daily Tech Bull 3X. So that's Tech L, tech leverage kind of. Then we've got the QQQ, we've got the S&P 500, got the S&P 500, got the S&P 500. Is that overlap? Yes. Do I care? No, not at least not at the moment. And here's semiconductors again. So, not saying it's perfect. I'm just saying it's a list of very generalized ETFs. Okay, there it is again. All right, and how does that done? Well, here's 2018, and it's volatile. No surprise there. Oh, it went down. That's not good. Oh, it went down again. That's not good. Oh, it really went down in the bear market. And it also destroyed the market. Absolutely destroyed it. If you can just make it through. How bad is the destruction? 10,000 would have turned into 132,000 using this portfolio in equal weights. 10,000 would have turned into 31. I'm sorry, it makes me laugh. I mean, this just seems so paltry, doesn't it? Considering that this is easy, just an easy basket that you buy once and use the market movements of either semiconductors, Qs, or the SPY, and just get more bang for the buck, right? Now, people do talk about drawdown, and I get it. We'll talk about that when we wrap up. But if you rebalance, that first one is just you bought all of them and you didn't do anything forever. This one, once a year, you go in and you rebalance. Oh, this one is way up and this one is not doing so well. So you sell out of the one that's grown and you put it into the one that's fallen so that everything is back to even again. Remember when we started way up here, everything was even. So if you just take time once a year and make it go back to even, right? This is the rebalanced one. You can see it makes a little more and the drawdown is a little less. 67 drawdown, 36.78, 35.71. So you can see rebalancing is a free lunch, so to speak, right? People do like it. It means you got to spend 5 to 15 minutes once a year. That's too much work for you. I get it, okay? But again, it just absolutely destroys the market. If you rebalance, it's 147 to 31, which is just destruction, as I said, okay? So the bottom line is this. If you really, really want growth, and be honest, then this easy type of portfolio just kills the market, and that's to be expected, right? It is leverage. If you want growth, then this is it. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. But what about drawdown, you ask? What about drawdown? 60%, 70%. Oh, I get it. That's scary. But listen, if you're asking about drawdown, then you don't really want growth, right? Pause for dramatic effect. If you're asking about drawdown, then you want a no drawdown portfolio. And that's great because there are those too, right? Even income with low drawdown, whatever. But we all, and I'm talking to me like I'm talking to you, we all need to say what we really mean and not be liars. If we say we want growth, this is growth. And then you don't care about the drawdown, if you're honest, right? And those are some hard words, I understand, right? And that's fine. No one says you have to do a growth portfolio. I'm just offering a solution if you are, right? If you want growth and not drawdown, oh, and by the way, you will hold. We're not going to sell because that's not going to get it done. If you want growth and will hold, then this will do it. I know, it's shocking. All right, so if you want real-time updates on this portfolio, which I track in real time, more portfolios like this, I have so many case studies on what to do with the gains. You can join the dividend income program too. I love doing work for that program, and I love making these videos, so it's fun. It's a win-win. And if any of this is useful, please like and subscribe. Me and Keanu would be very, very happy about that. That's all for now. Talk to you soon.